Right now at 11 o'clock, wildfire smoke from Canada is about to have an impact on our weather here. We're keeping a close eye on air quality in the Chicago area this weekend. And the clock is ticking down in Springfield. Less than 48 hours to go now to pass a budget and find a way to pay for mass transit in the Chicago area. The NBC 5 News at 11 o'clock starts right now. Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on this Friday. I'm Alex Maragos. Marion has the day off today. We're going to start with our weather because right now our skies are clear, but later today it could look like this video on the right from 2023. That is the last time Canadian wildfires created these very hazy skies over Chicago. Now, wildfires are burning in Canada once again. In fact, the Canadian province of Manitoba just declared a state of emergency. We'll get the latest on air quality from Storm Team meteorologist Pete Sack in just 1 minute. First, we're going to start with how to stay safe, though, when that smoke does come down our way. Patrick Fazio starts our team coverage live in Streeterville this morning. Hey, Patrick.
Hey, Alex. Yeah, even though it's blue skies out here, clear, people out walking around downtown along the Chicago River, we could see those bad air quality smoke, and already Wisconsin is under an air quality alert, that is. So that is expected to be coming our way. Take a look at what's happening right now in Canada. This is video from this morning of one of the dozens of wildfires in Canada. Many of them are burning out of control, and that smoke is expected to come our way depending on which way the wind blows. Now, we talked to a doctor this morning with the American Lung Association about what you should do if the air quality gets bad here.
It's going to be very important, Patrick. One, first of all, that they keep the kids indoors. Because kids have developing lungs, they're going to be higher risk for respiratory infections and respiratory symptoms from breathing in all the particle pollutions from the wildfires. So two, also making sure that they keep the doors closed and the windows closed in the home as well too, and put the HEPA filters or air purifiers in so that way we can circulate the air.
All right, so if that Canadian wildfire smoke makes the air quality bad here, as you heard, doctors recommend staying indoors as much as possible, especially kids, but also pregnant women, the elderly, and anyone with respiratory conditions already. Now, pets are also something that you should be thinking about. Your pets are more susceptible to bad air quality. You should only let them outside briefly to go to the bathroom if the smoke gets bad here. We talked to a veterinarian about problems to look for with your pets.
Are they panting more than usual? Are they rubbing their eyes? Does it look like they're having even trouble keeping up with you? Are they hanging by your heels where normally they would be over in the corner resting?
And that is the president of the American Veterinary Medical Association based in Schaumburg. Veterinarians recommend that you call your veterinarian if you notice that your pet is struggling in any smoky or bad air quality conditions. So we'll be keeping an eye on it. So far, so good, but I know Pete's going to have an update for us right now about that, Alex.
Yeah, that's right, Patrick. I think the time now for humans and pets, get outside right now while the weather is still really good. Thank you, Patrick. We appreciate it. And let's take a live look outside right now where the sun is shining. Good to see lots of people outdoors enjoying it while it lasts. And Pete's got to look at the changes that are going to be coming our way a little bit later on.
Yeah, right now, Alex, we're looking at an air quality alert in Wisconsin and points northward, as well as Berrien County. You can see much of southwest Michigan under that air quality alert until tomorrow morning because of the particulates that are in the atmosphere. Now, we're doing okay, mainly because the atmosphere right now, very dry. However, we are going to be seeing the smoke from the wildfires moving in late this afternoon and through the overnight time frame, and likely lingering into the weekend as well. Now, the good news is this smoke level well up into the upper levels of the atmosphere, although it's not going to be wrung out by the rain that we're expecting to see. As you can see, the hour-by-hour stormcast here, clouds be on the increase. We'll see the smoke on the increase as well. And then once we hit the early evening hours and into the overnight time frame, we are going to be looking at the opportunity for some thunderstorms. So the planner for the day today looking pretty good. We'll see high temperatures around the 80-degree mark, and then we'll have beginning around 6 o'clock this evening and then going through the evening hours, chance of an isolated storm with better opportunities arriving as we go through the overnight time frame. We'll talk about the possibility of severe storms coming with this. We'll, of course, take a look at what the rest of the weekend looks like. Hint, hint, pretty good. Forecast details coming up, Alex.
All right, thank you, Pete. And as the weather does change throughout the day, the NBC5 Storm Team is here to keep you prepared. Just scan that QR code right now on your screen. It'll take you to the free NBC Chicago app. And make sure your notifications get turned on so you can get weather alerts if you want them wherever you are. We're going to turn now to developments in Springfield, where state lawmakers have been working every single day this week feverishly. They have until 11:59 tomorrow night to agree on a state budget. One of the biggest parts of the debate this year, how to fund Metra, CTA, and PACE now that COVID-era funding is drying up. Our Sandra Torres is joining us live along Michigan Avenue to break down what we can expect today as the debate continues down in Springfield. Sandra?
Yeah, that's right, Alex. So Illinois lawmakers are actually on the House floor right now in Springfield, scrambling to address the public transit concerns regarding funding. And they are considering a plan that's drawing some intense criticism. This proposed plan would basically consolidate the Chicago Transit Authority, so the CTA, Metra, and PACE under a 20-member board. So the transit system would actually be renamed as the Northern Illinois Transit Authority. And legislators were mostly on board with that part of the proposal yesterday. But Republican legislators are slamming a new list of proposed taxes. Senate Democrats are calling for a 10% tax on rideshare trips. All tolls in the state would increase by 50 cents. And it would also raise the cost of selling a home in Cook County and the 5 surrounding counties. And Republicans are warning the plan would hit the suburbs very hard.
These new taxes hit working families in the suburbs while exempting the city of Chicago from many of them. Suburbs get taxed, Chicago gets control, and that's outrageous.
Over the last 19 months, I have worked alongside my colleagues, stakeholders, advocates, transit workers, and everyday riders to address the issues facing the public transit system in Northern Illinois and what we can do to provide safe, reliable, accessible, integrated, environmentally conscious, and economically impactful public transit to all Illinoisans.
The Regional Transit Authority recently released a report that shows worst case scenarios. If no new funding plan is set, this would mean the suspension of multiple CTA train lines, cuts to more than 70 bus routes, and reduced Metra service during the early morning and late night hours. Of course, the agency is also warning of potential layoffs. So the Illinois legislative session ends tomorrow. And if lawmakers are not able to make a deal tomorrow, well, they are facing some of those challenges. Reporting live along Michigan Avenue, Sandra Torres, NBC5 News.
The plan has changed a lot over the last 2 days, and we're going to continue to stay on top of it for everybody as those changes continue to come in. Sandra, thank you. New here at 11 today, one of Chicago's most notorious gang leaders, Larry Hoover, is no longer in federal custody. Hoover founded the Gangster Disciples. He was convicted of murder in 1973. Then he was given a federal sentence in 1998 for continuing to run the gang while behind bars. Now, President Trump commuted that federal sentence this week, but he still has to serve a lengthy sentence for his crimes here in Illinois. But now we can confirm he is in state custody. Just within the last 24 hours in the Chicago area, there have been 2 shootings involving police officers. The first one happened in West Humboldt Park on North Avenue near Kildare. Chicago police say officers chased a man through an alley and into a backyard. There was a struggle when they tried to arrest him. Police say that man's gun fired, hitting an officer in the leg, and that officer fired shots and killed the suspect. The officer was taken to the hospital but is expected to be okay. In suburban Hickory Hills, a man died in a shootout with police there. That happened just before 9 last night near 95th Street and Roberts Road. Police say a suspect fired at them as they responded to a report of an armed robbery. The officers fired back as the man ran into an alley. State police are leading that investigation. All right, coming up for us, we're going to talk about airline etiquette as lots of us are getting ready for summer trips. Some of the topics: when can you unbuckle your seatbelt? Should you bring food on board? We're going to take a look at the do's and the don'ts. Plus,
we're just going to miss you at Nightly News so much.
He's been the face of NBC Nightly News for the last 10 years, and tonight is Lester Holt's final broadcast before he moves into a new role at NBC. We'll have that coming up next.
Time Time's running out. Catch the final days of the Memorial Day sale at Ashley. Don't miss our incredible selection of hot buys starting at just $2.99, plus 0% interest for 72 months. Shop in store and online. Only at Ashley.
Owning a food truck was my dream, but my back and leg pain made every day a struggle. Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm back to being the best version of myself.
Get back in the picture. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Time's running out. Catch the final days of the Memorial Day sale at Ashley. Save up to $500 on adjustable sets from Tempur-Pedic. Plus, get 0% interest for 72 months with select mattress purchase when you buy in store. Shop in store and online today. Only at Ashley.
This Xfinity Wi-Fi is booming.
Next up, boom time. The Wi-Fi booming!
The Wi-Fi is booming like a
10x double unicorn IPO.
Scream me sideways! It's bursting with Wi-Fi!
Now everyone who knows a boom when they see one is going to want in.
The Wi-Fi's booming!
Elon Musk is leaving the White House today. He's expected to join President Trump in a news conference this afternoon. NBC News will bring that to you live when it happens about 12:30 our time. Musk, as you know, was brought on by the president to make big cuts in government. He was considered a special government employee, so his appointment was limited to 130 days. Musk says his Department of Government Efficiency team will continue to work throughout the government, even though he will be leaving. And with the summer travel season heating up, we have a refresher on the do's and don'ts of flying. You see all kinds of things on airplanes these days. NBC's Jesse Kirsch is at Miami International Airport with more on some travel etiquette.
When you're flying, some things have a gray area. Should you be reclining? Should you be taking your shoes off? Should you bring food? What kind of food can you bring on the plane? But then there are other things that are rules set in stone, unambiguous. And now travelers heading to one specific international destination are getting a fresh warning about potential new consequences. The Turkish government says it will fine flyers who unbuckle their seatbelt and stand up before the seatbelt sign goes off after the plane lands. Meanwhile, here in the U.S., the FAA says passengers must have their seatbelts properly secured during taxiing, takeoff, landing, and any other time when instructed to by crew members. Adding unruly passengers can be fined up to $37,000 and could also face criminal prosecution. And then there are the issues that are unwritten that keep coming up again and again. There's the so-called gate lice issue, people trying to get on board before they're supposed to. People who want to recline, people who think you shouldn't be allowed to recline, people who are concerned about people tapping the screens behind them. Should you bring food on the plane? Should you keep your shoes on? The list goes on, and I can tell you, we talked to multiple people here in Miami at the airport, and people had different opinions, but people were pretty confident and quick in giving us those opinions. So I think people are kind of dug in on some of this. As long as we all get along, because TSA says that it's regularly screening more than 2 million of us in a single day. And with summer travel heating up, here's something else to keep in mind. The FAA says that it expects the busiest day of the week is going to be Thursdays. Back to you.
So you can't really settle it all, but everybody's got their opinions. Our thanks to Jesse. If you've ever dreamed of actually flying back in time, now's your chance. This is a Roaring 20s airplane rolling off the runway in Springfield, but it's coming here to the Chicago area. We're going to have that story next. Nice day to fly for now, Pete.
Absolutely. And please, for all that is good and holy, keep your shoes on.
Yeah, that's right. We're not home.
Please. Weather timeline here. We are looking at storms this evening with the risk for severe weather. Smoky skies are coming away through the weekend. That from Canadian wildfires. And we do have a warm-up coming with above normal temperatures. So we'll time out this rain for you. Let you know it's going to affect your evening plans. We'll come back with your forecast in about 4 minutes.
Get peace of mind with your annual Stanley Steamer dryer vent cleaning. We remove lint buildup to reduce the risk of fire and extend the life of your dryer. Plus, your clothes will dry faster too. Your dryer vent isn't clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.
Gets your home cleaner.
Don't relax.
Good morning. Hey. Good morning. Yeah.
New Dulcolax Liquid Gel reactivates your natural gut rhythm overnight for relief that feels amazing. New Dulcolax Liquid Gel.
At Choice Hotels like this Comfort Hotel, you get more for your money so you can maximize any vacation, like starting game day with a free hot breakfast. I got waffles. How about you?
Go Waffles!
Woo! Stay twice and get a $50 gift card when you book direct.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
today a little bit more special.
That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
Every breath you take, every move you make, every day you wake, make no mistake, we'll be helping you. Every breath you take.
A very nice start to our Friday morning so far. Lots of sunshine out there, and finally temperatures feeling like they should this time of year. But Pete, as we mentioned at the top of the newscast, we got to get ready for those skies looking much different a little bit later this afternoon. And do we know how long that smoke is going to hang on?
Smoke forecasting is still kind of in its infancy, if you will, because we're talking about particulates that are way up in the upper levels of the atmosphere. And we're talking about much finer particles than what we saw, let's say, 2 weeks ago when we saw the dust storm. That was near the surface. This is in the upper levels, but you can kind of see not quite as blue, a little bit hazy there. And that's likely from the particulates that are starting to work their way on in. Right now, temperature's doing very nice, thank you. Readings are in the low 70s. Savor Waukegan at 69, Woodstock at 67, 72s right now at O'Hare and Midway airports. Here's the radar satellite composite. We're starting to see a few clouds drift their way on in, but there is a cold front off to the north. You can see it arcing its way toward us. That's going to be arriving later on this evening, and that's going to be the focal point for the opportunity for some thunderstorms. So as we go through the afternoon and into the evening, we're going to be looking at dry conditions through 4 o'clock, and then by the time we reach 6 o'clock, maybe an isolated storm. Most folks will be dry. Look for temperatures, though, around the 80-degree mark, a little bit above the norm for this time of year. Then as we go through the evening, we'll see our opportunity for some thunderstorms ramp up. Here's 10 o'clock, and then through midnight and into the early morning hours, our best opportunity for some rain. But as you can see, it moves through pretty quickly. We're talking about morning lows then dropping down into the mid-50s. Let's double back here and talk about the possibility for severe weather. Marginal risk category for us, that's level 1 out of 5. Damaging winds possible, as well as for a chance for some hail, and brief downpours may cause some ponding on area roadways, so be cautious of that if you're driving around. Rest of the weekend, though, looks fantastic. We'll be cooling things off a little bit on Saturday, especially with winds coming in out of the north and off of the lake. Look for readings in the upper 60s, a little bit cooler near the lakefront. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s away from the lake. And then Sunday looking just as delightful. Save for a few clouds drifting their way on in. We'll have a nice quiet start to our Sunday. Plenty of sunshine around for Sunday. And temperatures start warming up just a little bit. Still around the norm for this time of year. And we're still likely going to be seeing the hazy smoke overhead. Look for temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Again, just a little bit cooler near the lakefront. Then we'll really turn up the heat. Taking a look at the first part of the work week next week, Monday we'll see a more southerly flow of air, just a little bit more humid, but by this time, temperatures are going to be in the upper 80s for highs, and then we're going to be looking at temperatures in the upper 80s on Tuesday as well. But clouds will be on the increase in the afternoon, and then as you can see, some rain arrives. We'll have an opportunity for some storms late. It looks like that chance for rain will linger into Wednesday as well. That's also going to be cooling things down just a little bit. But we do have a summer-like feel coming our way to start out the work week next week. So here's a quick look at the next 10 days, and as you can see, we do have a little bit of cool-off tomorrow after the severe risk this evening, 80 degrees the high, 67 on Saturday, 75 on Sunday. Then look at those temperatures in the upper 80s. And then we're going to be looking at readings cooling off just a little bit as we go into the middle part of the week with some rain on the way. But yeah, a little bit hazy this weekend and storms arriving tonight. We'll update the forecast at 4.
All right. Thank you so much, Pete. Students at New Trier High School in the north suburbs are helping to create a new space for younger children to learn about safety. The students here are building physical structures for those kids known as Safety Town. Safety Town is an interactive program where young kids learn about playground, bike, and fire safety, along with what to do if there's an emergency. The skilled trades and design classes at New Trier collaborated with the Wilmette Park District on this project. Now to some high school students in Wisconsin that are learning about stem cells and getting hands-on experience turning them into heart cells. Again, these are high school students. This research is happening at Sauk Prairie High School. These students have worked in this lab for more than 2 weeks. Biology teacher Kirsten Johnson and research doctor Matthew George teach this class.
Students were able to take embryonic stem cells from mice and differentiate them into beating cardiac cells.
We're trying to give these kids really early exposure and access to a field that they might not see.
That's very early exposure. Johnson says her students are doing graduate level work. The Sauk Prairie School District is hoping to work with Dr. George again next school year to expose more students to that kind of research. There was some good news today in the fight against drug overdoses. After several years of steadily climbing, opioid deaths are starting to fall. And Cook County has a new tool now to help people who are dealing with substance abuse in the south suburbs.
If someone needs help, we want to make sure that they get it without worrying about how they'll get there or how they'll pay for it. Transportation and cost should never stand in the way of treatment.
The county just introduced this new mobile van treatment program. That van will help deliver life-saving medication and recovery specialists to the people that need them in the south suburbs. All right, if you have ever wondered what it was like to fly in the really early days of air travel, you now have a chance to see it for yourself. A plane that was built almost a century ago touched down in Springfield, and it's coming here next.
Welcome to the past, the golden age of aviation.
This is something. This is a Ford tri-motor plane built in 1929. It's the first all-metal airliner, and it helped revolutionize passenger transport. You can fit about 8 people inside. And it may not look like it to you in 2025, but this was considered the first luxury aircraft back then. It is nicknamed the Tin Goose.
It was used for barnstorming. It has starred in a couple of movies. It has been used for fire jumping to fight forest fires. Weddings have occurred on flight, and we're lucky enough to get it here in Springfield.
If you'd like to be a part of this aviation history, the Ford tri-motor plane is in Springfield right now, but it will be in Bolingbrook next weekend. Tickets cost about $100 to take a flight and tour that plane. I bet it's not a quiet trip, but a fun one. Coming up here for us, we'll get one last check of the forecast from Pete, and when can we expect that wildfire smoke to be moving in later on today? Stay with us.
The dirty truth about flushable wipes, tonight at 10.
Hey, honey. Looks like my to-do list grew. Paint the bathroom, give Baxter a bath, get life insurance. Have a few minutes? I can do that now.
Oh, that fast.
Remember that Colonial Penn ad? I called and I got information. They sent the simple form I need to apply. All I do is fill it out and send it back.
Well, that sounds too easy.
Give a little information, check a few boxes, sign my name. Done.
They don't ask about your health?
No health questions.
Physical exam?
Don't need one. It's Colonial Penn Guaranteed Acceptance Whole Life Insurance.
If you're between the ages of 50 and 85, your acceptance is guaranteed in most states, even if you're not in the best health. Options start at $9.95 a month, 35 cents a day. Once insured, your rate will never increase. A lifetime rate lock guarantees it. Keep in mind, this is lifetime protection. As long as you pay your premiums, it's yours to keep. Call for more information and the simple form you need to apply today. There's no obligation, and you'll receive a free beneficiary planner just for calling.
Call 1-800-708-5533 for your free information and your free beneficiary planner. That's 1-800-708-5533. There's no obligation. That number again is 1-800-708-5533. Call now.
The weekend is at Soldier Field this weekend. His After Hours Till Dawn tour is in town for 2 shows. Atlanta rapper Playboi Carti is also expected to take the stage. And this afternoon, the 4th annual Windy City Hot Dog Fest and Hot Dog Eating Contest returns to Portage Park. 9 of the area's top stands are going to compete for the title there of Top Dog. There's the contest if you have to look at it. There's going to be a dog parade and live music as well. The festival starts at 4 o'clock this afternoon and runs all the way through Sunday, so you get yourself a good hot dog. But don't do it before you do this. Thousands of runners lacing up on Sunday for the Bank of America Chicago 13.1. That's on the city's west side. Now, one of those runners is Katie Ramus. She's running in her first organized race, and it's a big milestone for her. It's something she's wanted to do for nearly 15 years. In 2011, she had an emergency involving her heart, and last year, when her pacemaker malfunctioned, she decided to finally sign up for a race.
Feels kind of cool to say that I'm going to finish a marathon by the time I'm 40. Some people say that's a sign of a midlife crisis.
Now we'll be wishing her luck. You know she's going to do great. Katie is also planning to run the Bank of America Chicago Marathon in October. So 13-1 this weekend and then 26 in October. We will be streaming the start and finish lines of the half live on Sunday starting at 6:50 a.m. Your friends and family members finish the race. You can watch them live on the NBC Chicago and Telemundo Chicago apps to see that triumphant moment at the finish line when they cross. We hope we have good weather lasting all the way through the weekend for all this, though, Pete.
Looks like Saturday and Sunday very nice. However, we do have the opportunity of seeing some rain. First, we'll talk about the smoke forecast because we do have smoke from those Canadian wildfires that will be overhead, creating some hazy conditions at times. Hopefully that doesn't influence the runners come Sunday. But what will influence us later on this evening, you could see a cold front working its way from the north. We do have an opportunity for some thunderstorms developing late this afternoon and then through the evening and overnight time frame. So we do have a little bit of rain on the way before we start the weekend. Alex?
Thank you so much, Pete. Tonight, Lester Holt anchors his final broadcast of NBC Nightly News. As you may know, he's leaving the daily grind of the evening news for a more full-time focus on Dateline. And over the past 10 years, he has delivered stories from all around the world, covering everything from foreign wars to severe weather. Before he signs off, Lester joined the Today Show to talk about his legacy behind the anchor desk.
Well, I mean, there's certain stories that make me proud. I mean, you know, I was able to meet the new Pope.
Yes,
you know,
Chicago guy.
A few weeks, Chicago guy in Chicago. But, you know, I'm really proud of what we did during the pandemic. We figured out really quickly how to get on TV again. We had to kind of reinvent the wheel.
I've always loved, and I've always said to folks about you, is you're one of these guys that what you see is what you get. The class act, the gold standard that you are here off camera, the exact same guy.
Oh, thanks.
I've always appreciated that.
And I tell the staff and everybody, you know, this is not rocket science.
Yeah.
Just tell important, good stories and be kind to each other.
Yeah.
And, you know, we spend a lot of time together.
We've had some long nights, Lester.
Yeah, you and I know.
Me and you. And you know what, Lester? I'd be like, being like, can we get some French fries in here? And Lester's like eating an apple.
Oh, I love me some Lester.
Incredible run. Be sure to watch NBC Nightly News tonight, 5:30, of course, a special look back on his tenure in the anchor chair and a big toast to all of his exceptional work.
We were lucky enough to be able to speak to Lester Holt on Chicago Today.
That's awesome.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was
that
great
was
to meet him. What a legacy, my friend. What a legacy. So we have someone with another legacy, Juliana Rancic.
Yes.
Hey, all right.
Talking about adopting pups.
Yeah, so we have puppies in studio.
What is better than that?
We have puppies, we have potatoes, and we have baked corn. That is reason enough to watch.
You're thinking about replacing the windows and doors in your home. But first, you want to know, what's it going to cost? Today, I'm here with Sarah from Renewal by Andersen.
Getting a price from us is easy. Make an appointment, and then we'll come out to your home, do an inspection inside and out. And then you pick your styles, your colors. It's really fun. And we give you an exact price quote.
And now, what about your warranty?
We have the nation's best warranty. It covers your windows and the installation.
Do you guys do anything other than windows and doors?
We don't. Other companies do roofing, siding, windows. But what's that saying? Jack of all trades, master of none?
Yeah.
Our expertise is windows and patio doors. And we have the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies.
Wow, that's really impressive. And you're a local company.
That's right. We live here. We raise our kids here. And if we run into you at the grocery store, we're not going to run the other way because we're really proud of the products that we sold you.
Renewal by Anderson's Memorial Day window and door sales event is going on now. Save 20% on windows, patio doors, and entry doors. Plus, take $500 off your entire purchase. With no money down, no monthly payments, and no interest for 1 year. Our Memorial Day sales event ends May 31st. Call 773-352-8989.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Chicago Today.
Ready to loosen our belts and betray our summer bodies. It hasn't even started yet. What are you talking about? Today is the International Day of Potatoes. So what are we doing? We're eating potatoes.
Yes, to all who celebrate, which is me and you, don't lie. And it's not even the only thing that we're eating today. It's still May, which is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And we have a local Filipino bakery that has everybody buzzing.
That is right. And as we wrap up May, it's time to make your summer plans. So our friends from the Salt Shed are giving us a rundown of their upcoming events.
But first, our Chicago Today friend Juliana Rancic has a passion project that we are honored to share with you.
Yeah, she's helping furry friends across Chicago find a forever home. Take a look.
So I'm here with Ian, who is the Senior Manager of Intake and Outcomes at One Tail at a Time. Ian, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much.
Tell me about One Tail at a Time's mission.
Our whole goal is to end pet homelessness here in Chicago. We also have rescue partners throughout the Midwest and in the South as well.
What's really interesting about One Tail at a Time is your foster program. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we are completely foster based. We do have now the Everyday Adoption Center here, as well as an adoption center in Bucktown that we do have animals housed on site temporarily. But for the most part, every single animal is in a foster home. The shelter environment can be pretty stressful for cats and dogs.
How many animals do you currently have in foster homes?
Currently about 175, I think. Yeah,
Amazing.
Got around 90 dogs, 60 cats, and 20 rabbits and guinea pigs.
What does a foster family get in terms of support when they foster an animal?
We supply everything that they need. We've got food, beds, toys, litter boxes, litter, whatever they need. We supply that. And we also have a team of foster coordinators who provide behavior support, medical support as well.
What are some things you guys really need right now for people watching that they can donate to One Tail at a Time?
I think our biggest need at the moment is stuff like cat litter, critter litter, any sort of dog food, cat food, and usually the basics.
The basics. And where can we find that information in terms of what you guys need? Do you guys have an Amazon list?
Yes, on our website there as well. We have an Amazon and a Chewy wish list. So people can go online, find those there, and have it shipped directly to us.
Now to my favorite part, which is meeting some of the adorable animals you have here today. Can we meet some pups and cats?
Absolutely, let's go.
Hello, cutie pies. Oh my goodness. Oh, did you find a toy? Here. How old are they?
8 weeks, so about 2 months.
8 weeks old, and they're all siblings?
Yes.
They are adorable. I think you have to hold Mermaid. I know. I know. Look, isn't he the cutest? And he's 5. He's housebroken. He's good with other dogs. Ollie. I know. I said he's a miniature version of her dog. Even the same hairdo.
No, I'm sending photos to my family.
You are? Okay, good.
This is Lana.
Lana?
Yes.
What's this? Tell me about this cutie.
Yes, so Lana is a little over a year old. She is a Chicago girl. She came from Chicago.
Okay.
And she is super sweet. She's dog friendly. She is good when she's left alone. Overall, a great dog. Our cats have been flying off the shelves here.
Good, I'm so happy.
It's been a bit of a struggle to keep the adoption floor full, which is a great problem to have.
Good. Great.
But yeah, most cats have been getting adopted within 72 hours of being here.
Oh, amazing.
Armadillo.
Look at the little kitty.
Armadillo. And now we have Pimento.
Yes.
Pimento is here.
This is Pimento.
Okay, welcome Juliana Rancic and One Tail at a Time marketing manager, Allie Rooney.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, you guys. So good to see you.
And who do you have with you, Allie?
Chuck with me today.
Chuck. That's a funny name for a dog. And I recognize this one.
Fifi.
Fifi was here with you last time.
Yes.
So what happened?
Fifi, I was fostering. It was my first time fostering a pup, which was, by the way, just so rewarding and so amazing because I already have 2 dogs at home.
Yeah.
So Bill said, okay, fostering sounds great, but we can't have 3 dogs.
Right.
So I'm here to announce Bill Rancic introducing your 3rd dog. So we are adopting Fifi.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
that's wonderful.
It's just been so rewarding and such a joy, and she's brought so much love into our.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us about the fostering to adoption pipeline? Because there's some advantages to that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Fostering can almost be like a trial run. You can have the dog in your home. You can see if the dog works with your lifestyle, with your kids, with your other pets. Neighborhood, all that good stuff. And
Gosh, I wish you could do that with relationships.
I know, right?
I foster you a little bit.
Dating.
Yeah, I guess that's
You
what it's
can.
called.
You can.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
So
That's
listen, what do you think makes this organization stand out from the rest?
Yeah,
You've been in one a while.
Yeah, we really strive to be accessible first and foremost for everyone. So we have a great pet mutual aid program. We supply resources for pets in need, for homes in need. We do pet pantries and human pantries all the time, and we really just want to make adoption really joyful and accessible for Chicago.
And I have to say, they're such an amazing organization.
Thank you.
Your hearts are so big, and if you even follow them on Instagram, I follow them, One Tail at a Time, and just to see the stories, it just lights up my day. And you guys are constantly having people come in and adopt and seeing the happy families, so it's really special. And I have to say, that is a great way to do it. Fostering is wonderful. It really is.
We talked about this backstage a little bit because not everybody can have a dog. I can't have a dog, but I'd love to get involved.
Yeah.
And fostering sounds like something that I could try for a week and really explore.
Great. I got to tell you, it was so nice.
Okay.
It was great. My son loved it too. And Fifi, by the way, they think she's about 4 years old. And so Chuck, for instance, is about, you think, 3 or so. And I have to tell you, it's not always about, puppies can be tough for a lot of people because it's a lot of work. But I got to tell you, a dog was 3, 4, even a senior dog. Think about that too, because a lot of them are house trained. Fifi's so chill and easy. So think about that too. It doesn't always have to be a puppy. So don't think oh, I don't know if I can handle a puppy.
How about Pimento here?
Okay,
How old is Pimento?
About 5 months.
And
Pimento has puppy energy.
Yeah,
he does. He's adorable.
You have an event
right now, right?
He's
he's adoptable.
Yes, they are both adoptable. Yeah. So he's about 5 months old. They're both at our Bucktown Adoption Center.
Nice.
And you have an event?
Nice. You have an event. I was just
we have a wonderful event tomorrow, sponsored by Ivy Hall. So definitely check that out on our website. And then we are going to have our Sit for Shelter Pets campaign launching on Monday. So that's an annual fundraiser that we do to raise awareness and raise funds for the next year, and hopefully to rescue even more dogs and cats. And
bravo to what you do.
And can I say one more thing, just real quick? Obviously, you can donate to causes like this, and you can foster, you can adopt, but you can also donate toys. Like if you have, if you want to bring dog food, go get some dog food or toys. That's a really nice thing to do for the pups.
I love seeing you cover this because it's so authentic to you, and it's a passion project. You can really tell that you love these animals. Cut to next time she's on, she's gonna have 6 dogs.
Yes, more to come.
She's gonna be that lady.
She's gonna be that cat. I'm all over it, guys.
Juliana, I need to have a talk with you.
I want to open the
armadillo.
He's been adopted.
Oh my gosh. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For more information to adopt, just head to onetail.org.
And after a quick break, you say potato, I say let's eat.
Let's eat.
You want some potato? Wait.
For people who feel limited by the unpredictability of generalized myasthenia gravis, season to season, Ultomiris is continuous symptom control with improvement in activities of daily living and reduced muscle weakness. And Ultomiris is the only long-acting GMG treatment with the freedom of just 6 to 7 infusions per year for a predictable routine I can count on.
Ultomiris may lower your immune system's ability to fight infections, increasing your chance of serious meningococcal and other infections which may become life-threatening or fatal. Complete or update meningococcal vaccines at least 2 weeks before you start. If treatment is urgent and you're not vaccinated, you should receive antibiotics with your vaccines. Don't start if you have a meningococcal infection. Infusion reactions may include back, belly, limb or chest pain, muscle spasms, blood pressure changes, tiredness, shaking chills, bad taste, breathing problems, or face, tongue, or throat swelling. Ultomiris is continuous symptom control. Ask your neurologist about starting Ultomiris.
Well, hi, welcome in. I'm Courtney Hall. Join me as I take you on a tour of Chicago real estate like you've never seen it before.
Carrie McCormick and I are unlocking doors to take you on a tour of exclusive and unique listings across the Chicagoland area. From iconic city homes to hidden suburban gems, Open House Chicago is presented by the Carrie McCormick Luxury Group. Visit CarrieMcCormickRE.com or at Carrie McCormick Real Estate on Instagram to learn more.
Well, hi, welcome in. I'm Courtney Hall. Join me as I take you on a tour of Chicago real estate like you've never seen it before.
On Open House Chicago, we are unlocking doors to take you on a tour of exclusive and unique listings across the Chicagoland area. From iconic city homes to hidden suburban gems. Open House Chicago is presented by Chicago Title and Trust. Visit ctic.com to learn more.
Welcome back. We are mashing things up today in honor of International Potato Day with a spectacular spot in the Austin neighborhood.
Yes. What a Potato is baking up something special. And here to serve up the spuds is Kiana Washington.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you guys for having me.
Thanks for coming. First
what
of
a
all,
potato.
What a potato.
That's what you're saying when you look at these babies.
We love the name. Tell us how you came to the name.
We came with the name because once we decided to come with the concept and the ingredients, we said, what a potato this is.
I love it.
And you started as a food truck.
We started as a food truck, yes.
Okay. Why did you center your business around potatoes?
It was accidental, honestly. So I was cooking dinner for the family and my mister was like, hey, this is something that we can sell. And we just decided to do a food truck and go from there.
Wow. And then obviously it became so popular. Now you have your brick and mortar.
Yes.
That must be exciting.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, come on. These are meals.
Some of these I can't even find the potato.
That's what we should call it. Find a potato.
Right. Where the potato?
Where the potato?
Okay. Tell us about what you offer. So start here.
So that one is the Chicago. That is the Chicago classic. What do we love in Chicago? Italian beef.
Oh my God.
And so that's why we call that one the Chicago.
But is there some whiz on this? This is the cheese?
No, that is actually nacho cheese. We have some giardiniera peppers and some seasoned Italian beef meat.
Matt is a nacho cheese aficionado.
I'm an aficionado. That is very.
How do you like it, Matt?
It's delicious.
The beef is great. I haven't even gotten to the potato.
Is one person eating this whole thing?
They do. They order them individually all the time.
I mean, I could do it too, but that is a deal right there.
Oh my gosh, that is so good. The Italian beef, did you do that in-house?
Yes, so the Italian beef we do make and season in-house.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, you could have a beef stand separately.
Do a whole other
Think about it. What a beef.
What a beef.
That's a good one.
You could really just plug and play.
Yeah.
Where are you getting your potatoes? Because these seem extra big to me.
Yes, so those are some of the largest potatoes that they do kind of harvest, and so we get them from local vendors, and they get them from different farms. But we are looking to go into farming because we're looking to do potato brand.
You're gonna grow your own potatoes?
We're gonna grow our own potatoes.
I'm impressed.
What?
I can see you on a tractor.
Oh my God!
Right?
Yeah, working the field.
What is this one right now?
That would be amazing.
That one is one of the most popular ones. That is the seafood sensation. So that is jumbo shrimp with lobster claw meat, spinach, and our house Alfredo, which the people rave about that because that sauce is also in-house made every day.
Oh my gosh.
This is very rich, but delicious.
That is decadent.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I'm gonna get some
fantastic.
claw meat. Tell me about this journey going from having your regular 9 to 5 to now being an entrepreneur, opening a food truck, now you're brick and mortar.
So I've been in entrepreneurship for maybe over 8 years. I started back in 2016. And in 2016, we wanted to go into restaurant. My mom, who owns Georgia Peach Lemonade, they just always wanted to do restaurant, and I was not kind of with it. I was on the fence. I was in school for criminal justice.
My goal, everything.
Yeah, my goal was to be the next attorney. And entrepreneurship found me, and I found a safe place there, and we've been growing ever since.
Well, it's so impressive what you're doing. You're really killing
Are we
it
drinking your mom's product right now?
Yes, that is a Georgia Peach Lemonade. That flies off the shelf.
Oh, it's
quicker
delicious.
than the potatoes.
Not too sweet. What am I drinking here?
That one is the original, the Georgia Peach flavor.
It's really nice. Really.
Between this and the potatoes, I don't know where we're saving on calories.
We're not.
We're not.
We are.
We're not.
I think we are.
We're not.
Listen, congratulations to you. I hope you own your farm and you own lots of property and you get to do this all
let's
in
farm
an
with
even bigger
Kiana.
way. I want to farm with you.
All right. Thank you, Kiana.
Thank you.
Up next, events and happenings that you won't want to miss. We'll be right back.
Okay, I'm going to keep eating that. I don't have to read anything.
It takes a lot to get my heart racing, but you gotta see this. There's absolutely nothing like NASCAR's only street race. This 4th of July weekend, NASCAR takes over Chicago, where you can get an up-close look at the sport's best drivers as they battle through downtown. And with live music from Zac Brown Band and Family Fun, it's a NASCAR experience on a whole other level. Hey, I'll be on the edge of my seat. NASCAR Chicago Street Race, July 5th and 6th.
Hey, honey. Looks like my to-do list grew. Paint the bathroom, give Baxter a bath, get life insurance. Have a few minutes. I could do that now.
Oh, that fast.
Remember that Colonial Penn ad? I called and I got information. They sent the simple form I need to apply. All I do is fill it out and send it back.
Well, that sounds too easy.
Give a little information, check a few boxes, sign my name. Done.
They don't ask about your health?
No health questions.
Physical exam?
Don't need one. It's Colonial Penn Guaranteed Acceptance Whole Life Insurance.
If you're between the ages of 50 and 85, your acceptance is guaranteed in most states, even if you're not in the best health. Options start at $9.95 a month, 35 cents a day. Once insured, your rate will never increase. A lifetime rate lock guarantees it. Keep in mind, this is lifetime protection. As long as you pay your premiums, it's yours to keep. Call for more information and the simple form you need to apply today. There's no obligation, and you'll receive a free beneficiary planner just for calling.
Call 1-800-708-5533 for your free information and your free beneficiary planner. That's 1-800-708-5533. There's no obligation. That number again is 1-800-708-5533. Call now.
Cozy TV's got great comedy.
I think that goes without saying.
How great?
Excellent, the best.
Even our dramas are funny.
I take it that's a compliment.
It sure is.
Thank you very much.
Get cozy for comedy.
When you're on the tollway, peace of mind is just a call away. With our Star 999 service, help is always at your fingertips. Our dedicated team is here to assist. Star 999. We're always there when you need us.
Well, we all know how summer goes. You blink and it's over. So we're going to help you plan at least part of it with a roundup of what's going on at one of Chicago's hottest venues, the Salt Shed.
Yes, we welcome Elizabeth, who is behind the Salt Shed, the operating company. And we have Matt, managing director of Empty Bottle. So I was just at the Salt Shed last night, y'all.
I saw that. You were up late.
I was up till 9, and that's late for me now. That's late for me. So it's such a beautiful space to see anything, really. I mean, I had a blast.
Yeah.
So what do you have ahead for this season?
Yeah, tons of concerts at the fairgrounds. We've got Alabama Shakes coming up. I'm very excited for 2 nights of camp.
Love Alabama Shakes.
So good.
Yes. And I know Matt is excited for Waxahachie.
Yeah, Waxahachie, Jessica Pratt, and Sharp Pins, all artists that have played at the Empty Bottle before. So it's really nice to be able to see them grow into a Salt Shed-sized venue. Yeah.
So we know of Salt Shed as the place to see concerts, but you also have a lot of other stuff going on this summer that's either really inexpensive or free, which is awesome. Can you tell us about that? You've got a nice meet and greet event.
Yeah, so We Met at the Shed is a series that we started. You could come hang out, mingle before the concerts, meet a friend, maybe get a phone number, and then go enjoy the show. And this year we've created some standalone events. So Must Love Dogs is June 11th. Bring your pup.
We've got some dogs. If
Yeah,
you...
yeah, there's some dogs there.
Yeah.
Bring your pup down to the shed. We're going to have a dog show for the pups. We'll have some great mingling opportunities for the humans with our partners Meet IRL, and tickets are just $10.
Oh my gosh! So if I was single, that's the place to be. Nothing breaks the ice like having a cute dog.
And exactly. Adopting dogs.
Exactly.
We should do a partnership
like a
with our
whole
friends, one
partnership,
tail at a
right?
time.
I love that. And you also have a Juneteenth event.
Yes.
Tell us about that, Mark.
We are thrilled that Refine Collective is bringing back their Juneteenth Freedom Market. 60 plus Black makers, creators, and artists are going to be popping up a market at the fairgrounds. We've got 40 plus Double Dutch Club coming back.
Oh, I love them. I've seen them out and about.
Yeah, so it's a great way to celebrate the holiday, and tickets are free with RSVP, just suggested donation.
It's worth noting too, you guys have great food, you have great drink, like it's really enjoyable. But karaoke, back again? Tell everybody about
again.
it. Yes, and how Empty Bottle is involved.
Yeah, world's largest karaoke, round 2.
Yeah.
Back, bigger, better than ever.
You set the record last year.
Yeah, so last year we set the world record for the biggest freeform karaoke party, and this year, when you have an event of that scale, somebody's eventually going to try to break your record.
Yeah.
Maybe New York, maybe Milwaukee, Rome, who knows?
Yeah. We can't let them.
We can't let them. So this year we are trying to break our own record to set that bar even higher.
Wow.
So everyone's welcome.
I forget. Are there judges? How does it work?
There's no judges. So outside of the competitive nature of this, we want to keep it fun, and ultimately, this is a great opportunity to just bring your friends, bring your family, a dog perhaps.
Yeah.
A dog's there
you could
too.
bring a dog there too. Okay.
Yeah. Crack open a cold one, enjoy the beautiful skyline. It's just, it's been a tough year for everybody. I think we could all use it a little bit more friendship and some singing.
Yeah, and if you're brave enough, you can enter to sing.
If you're brave enough, you can enter to sing.
And you're singing live in front of, it's like where you feel like a rock star.
Yeah, you're going to live out your rock and roll fantasy.
Yeah.
Okay, there's an event on the 11th that we should hit on too.
That's
Save the Day.
Save the day. For Move at the Shed. You guys are hearing it here first. Our Save the Date's about to drop. We have hosted yoga sessions and run clubs before, but this year we're taking it up a notch, and it's going to be a full day festival celebrating movement and music. We'll have saunas, yoga, meditation, and tons more. So the best way to get all the information on that is to head to the website. Tickets are dropping in June.
Love that. Wellness at the Shed.
Come on. There's nothing you can't do at the Shed.
Awesome. I am marking my calendar. Thank you both.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Coming up, baked goods.
They await us.
Yes. I don't know if that's wellness, but
never getting in a bathing
you guys want some baked goods?
I'll say no.
We had
Open House Chicago, Sunday morning at 8:30 on NBC5.
Well, hi, welcome in. I'm Courtney Hall. Join me as I take you on a tour of Chicago real estate like you've never seen it before.
On Open House Chicago, we are unlocking doors to take you on a tour of exclusive and unique listings across the Chicagoland area, from iconic city homes to hidden suburban gems. Open House Chicago is presented by Ben Cohen at Rate. Visit Ben Cohen Lens on Instagram to learn more.
Phew! You're finally in the driver's seat. But don't take off just yet. You haven't put on your seatbelt. Oh, it's the move. Buckle up. Takes 2 seconds. Risk it. It'll be fine. Ooh, nice choice. Click it or ticket. Ready to keep making smart moves? Play now at itsnotagameillinois.com/arcade.
With Dupixent, stay ahead of moderate to severe eczema as you welcome the feeling of touch with clearer skin and less itch. The #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists helps heal your skin from within. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
Welcome back. Sur Bakery started as a pop-up where baker Justin Liris served up a few dozen items, just a few dozen. Now they have a storefront in Ravenswood with lines that wrap around the block.
Yeah, I was loosening my belt for this segment. In 2 months, it has become the hottest bakery in the city, so we say welcome and congratulations to the mastermind behind it all. Hi, Justin.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, so tell us how you started this whole concept.
Oh God, I mean, this has been kind of like my idea since I was 16. I not paying vividly, I can remember like not paying attention to my history of Chicago class, writing down the ideas of what pastries I would want to serve in my bakery. Pastries that remind me of home and also my childhood. And then that was just stuck away in my notebook for a while.
I love it. So you don't know anything about Chicago, but you do know how to bake.
Yeah, I do. And like quarantine time, and then as everyone did in quarantine, I had all the time, so I stumbled upon my notebooks and started R&Ding the pastry ideas I had.
And I love this. Your mom was very supportive of this whole thing.
Yeah, she's been so supportive. As soon as I said I wanted to bake, she plopped me in a baking class and just gave me all the resources I needed.
Okay, let's talk about the lines, okay? Because I think we have a photo of it too. There is a line that is like around the block. And this is just in 2 months of being open with your storefront.
Yeah.
How are you handling all of that?
That's the line. Look at that.
Yeah, look at
it.
It's nuts.
Yeah, the line has been insane. I think for us too, is like I remind my staff every day that we get to control how much of the line we take in. So the line tends to bring in a lot of uncomfortability and it's just such a crazy rush. But with the lines, I think it's just been, I don't know, I really can't process it. How do you process
people lining up to have your
waiting 2 hours for
pastries? You have got to be early or else you might not get a cookie.
Yes,
okay.
But we have access to them too. So take us through some of these items that you have here that we're going to devour.
Yeah, so the first pastries that I wrote in my notebook is this one, which is our Turon Danish. It is our caramelized banana jam and flan.
Is that this right here?
Yeah, and this is our version of a of a plain croissant. So it's a toasted rice croissant made with forbidden rice and Minnesota grown wild rice. So it's kind of like a combination between Asian and Midwestern flavors.
So and croissants aren't usually made with rice.
No, it's not.
Okay.
So it still has flour in it, but it's just mixed in with toasted rice flour.
You want to grab? Do you want?
And then what is this one? I want to try that.
Oh, that is the bibinka. It is a traditional rice cake with guava and cream cheese.
This one?
It's a gluten-free option.
Yeah, I was letting the camera show it.
And our most popular option right now is our longanisa croissant. So it's filled with a Filipino pork sausage. And
really?
What?
Savory.
Yeah, and there's a soy sauce caramel, cured yolks on top, and scallions. That sells out pretty quickly, and
I love the savory pastry. So this is filled with sausage?
Oh yeah.
So it must be pretty special to incorporate your Filipino culture.
I think Sur is a culmination of my life and a celebration of heritage and community. So
this is so good.
Thank you.
This is so good.
And you're gonna have to share that one. Wow, light, fluffy. I'm so impressed with you, and I just know it's been overwhelming, but we applaud you that you've been able to handle it all so well.
Thank you.
Or if you are.
It's been very surreal. I think it'll hit me at some point.
Yeah.
It'll hit you at some point.
Well, listen, thank you so much. Get in line now, I'm guessing, for tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
Next week we're kicking off Pride in a very big way.
Plus, the star of Gilded Age and 9 Perfect Strangers, Christine Baranski, and Schitt's Creek funny lady Annie Murphy. I love her. I love them both.
This is delicious.
This is so good. I'm sorry there's food on my face.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Have a